As the ball is in the air, Jordan King has it first for ETSU, and the Bucks get us rolling here at Freedom Hall. Struthers top of the key, goes to the left side, now swings it out. King a look at a three early, short, and a defensive rebound to the Gamecocks, pulled in by Jawan Purdue. As you see the lineup for the Buccaneers, King, Struthers, Taylor, Haynes, and Jaden Seymour, who was terrific on Wednesday.
Both teams start out half court man-to-man. Might see some 2-3 zone by each ball club as well.
On the inside, a shot by Mero Seliznak, no good, but the offensive rebound put back up and in, and that's Peyton Daniels on the scoreboard early for the Gamecocks.
Daniels scores in a variety of ways, and you have to be careful. They won't always take those offensive rebounds straight up. They'll kick back out to Potter and King spotting up on the perimeter as well.
Taylor has it for ETSU. Looking toward the top, gets it out high to King, behind a screen. Looking downhill, now swings it in the corner. Taylor shot fake to the block. He's cut off. Out to King, a long three. No good. That's a couple off the mark for Jordan King and a shot clock violation on ETSU.
Somebody out there needing a manicure.
Now the referee signaled to the nose, but yeah, you're right. He was bleeding pretty badly on the arm as well. So there's a lot going on there that needs some attending to. Right side in the front court. This is Damari King, one of the top three-point shooters in the nation. Gets it to Daniels, a corner three, no good. Defensive rebound to Haynes, and it's up the floor. Struthers can't get there. It's out of control, though, and with the Buccaneers.
Sideline throw in, 26 on the shot clock.
King, Potter, and Daniels are the three guys to keep your eye on the outside when the Gamecocks have the ball. Smith likes to get downhill, doesn't do it there, gives to Taylor. Now it's Haynes, looking for somebody to flare out high, now gives the handoff to Smith. Smith nowhere to go on the screen, spins to the baseline. Haynes with 8 to shoot. Struthers to Seymour at the elbow with 4. Seymour lays it up, and
possession that was out of sync from Jump Street, and a bailout foul there. Jacksonville State really defended that well for 20+ seconds.
Seymour has it again, trying to run another play. Flips it out, Struthers, a look at a three. Off the side of the rim, no good, and Purdue with it. Gets it out to King, and Damari King on the right side. Gonna spot up for three, that's no good. Seymour the rebound. Bucks want to get out and run a little bit. King back in the game for the Bucks, has it knocked out of his hands. At the paint, Jacksonville State doesn't have it made three yet.
Well, credit the defenses, and ETSU changing defenses, a little 1-2-2 zone play.
Taylor there to disrupt that inbound pass. And the
back
Gamecocks
to
will bring it
Jacksonville
up.
State with 5 seconds to advance to the front court. No issues there. Bucks drop back.
Daniels behind a screen from Seliznak. Top of the key, Purdue. Right side, a look at a three is good for Skyelar Potter. His 20th made three of the year, 177th career make across 3 stops in Division I. Gamecocks lead 5-0.
Josh Taylor just fell asleep. You have to arrive on the catch with Potter. That was a point of emphasis at Des Oliver's shoot-around this afternoon.
And Daniels just takes it right away from Struthers at the top of the key. And inside, attack it, dumps it inside, a layup no good for Seliznak, and the Bucks dodge a bullet on the turnover.
One he has to finish on the road. ETSU with no shot blocker per se. That's just way too easy. If you're 6'11", you have to put that one down.
And a whistle and a foul on Jacksonville State. His first and the second on the team. Struthers gets it into King. Behind the back dribble. Trying to get downhill, now pulls up. Got it. 2-point shot that time for Jordan King, and as long as that mid-range game's working, yeah, stretch the floor as much as you can if the threes aren't falling.
Hey, best thing about Jordan King is a short memory. 2 air balls and a turnover early, and knocked that one down just like he'd made his first 7.
Potter
right to left step
on the
back,
right
that's
side.
A low percentage shot.
Crossover, and the three is no good from Potter that time. King to Taylor, back to King. Seymour will step into one. No good. Offensive rebound, Taylor. Struthers will reset the offense as he gets it to King. And King's got the tissue up the left nostril there. Behind a screen, a three. Rims out, no. Offensive rebound, Seymour chucks it back out to Haynes.
ETSU doing this afternoon what they did so well Wednesday against Mars Hill, extending possessions with offensive rebounds in space.
Struthers long two, no good, and a board pulled in by Amanze Ingamezi. Ingamezi back for the first time in a while for the Gamecocks. There's a turnover in the front court. Struthers takes it to King. Layup, no. Struthers follows and can't get that to go. And Ingamezi with the board again. And King in transition of three, no. And the rebound is out of bounds.
Where the fine point guard from Culpeper left off.
Jennings, Telford, Greg Dennis, and Tim Smith all hanging in the rafters. Their numbers retired as Smith, a right side three is good. Justice Smith loves to get to the rim. That time he knocks down a three, the first make of the game for ETSU, and his second of the year, and the Bucks tie it at 5.
Set play after the timeout, DHO to Justice Smith, known more as a slasher and driver, but knocks down the long-range jumper with tremendous confidence.
Out high, it's Skyelar Potter inside to Leesnack. Bodied up on Haynes, nowhere to go, and throws it away. King sitting right there in the passing lane, picked it off behind a screen. Tricky dribble, stops, looking for a pass. Now has Seymour. And King again. Smith behind a Haynes screen, gives to Haynes, free throw line, jab step, jumper, nailed it. When Jalen Haynes can do that, just that little jab step to get the defender to sag off and then pull up from the free throw line, that expands the postgame so much.
Well, that's a tough matchup for Zalisnak, and ETSU knows that, and they're going to attack him. He's going to have to close on Jalen Haynes now, and Haynes capable of putting it on the floor and driving as well.
King in the front court, behind the screen, Damari King to the block, traveled. And a turnover on the Gamecocks.
They're on the perimeter, and how they're going to navigate that screening action. Nice job, Jordan King, right there.
Bucks with the lead as Struthers brings it up. 6.5 gone at Freedom Hall. King on the right side. Has the screen, gives to Taylor, baseline jumper. Got it. And the mid-range game has kind of gone out of vogue in basketball, but the Bucks have knocked down a couple of good jump shots from 10 to 18 feet, and they lead as a result.
Hey, just a well-executed ball screen, and Josh Taylor very patient. A little pick and pop, knocked it down from the mid-range.
Ingamezi, a shot, no good. Rebound, Justice Smith.
And that's a shot Ingamezi can make. He's a stretch five, and he shoots it from such long range. He puts you in conflict because other bigs don't want to guard him out there.
Braden Illick in the game for the Bucks as Struthers goes in hard, no good. A lot of contact, but all within the bounds of play.
A really good play defensively by Purdue, going straight up.
Ingamezi against Illick. Backing him down, swings it right side. That's caught by Roberts. Out high Potter. 15 to shoot. Gives to Purdue. Right side, another look for Travis Roberts, and that's good. Roberts with his 6th made three of the year. 16, make it now 17 of his 25 field goal attempts or threes, and Jack State back within 1.
And Purdue set it up with a drive, draw, and dish at 6'6". Nice offensive rebounder. He can shoot the three. It shows the ability to facilitate for Coach Ray Harper.
Right side, this is King. Trying to go to work for the Bucks. Thought about the step back to Maury King, closed him out. Struthers behind a screen of three. Nailed it! Oh, he drilled it! Alan Struthers, a beautiful stroke. He's 4 of 11 from beyond the arc this year, and he's got the Bucks back up 4.
And Skyelar Potter at 6'3", right there with him. That's just a player going up and making a shot.
That'll catch you off guard a little bit. Alan Struthers, the facilitator point guard. Guy that likes to get in the paint and get to the rim and score it with the finger roll. Nothing doing there. So he said, all right, I'll take the three-point shot. King stripped it from Purdue. Jacksonville State at home and ETSU on a neutral floor.
And Jacksonville State's last run through the ASUN.
As that pass disrupted in the backcourt, there's another tip and a steal. Haynes, Struthers, and King just out of his reach.
Blown opportunity, easy pitch and catch.
The Bucks already with a couple made threes to get them this 12-8 lead, and they're coming from unconventional sources. Struthers and Smith, guys that normally don't shoot it a ton, as Struthers saves one on the sideline to Haynes, ahead to Seymour, And skying in there, Potter.
The active hands and the nice lead pass. ETSU with a short floor and 26 on the shot clock.
He's been on the wrong end of so many live ball turnovers. Good to see him create one there as Smith turnaround jumper is good. Justice Smith makes it 14-8, and he's scoring from inside and outside.
Yeah, scoring at both levels, and that's a tough matchup for Travis Roberts. Justice Smith just backs him down into the paint.
Ngomezi shot no good. Rebound Seymour, and now King will bring it up. Coming up on the halfway mark of the first half, and the Bucks with a 6-point lead. As that pass tipped, Seymour able to control it and avoids the backcourt violation because of the deflection. Guards very aggressive on the outside for both teams. King swings it. Struthers started up with the three, now gives to King, and he attacks. Left block runner, no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds. Taylor in for Seymour as well. Selesnak returns for Jacksonville State, and Cam McDowell, the 6'5 sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia, in the game. Left baseline, Smith. Out high, Hairston looking a three. Side of the rim, no good. And a defense board. Oh, he stepped on the sideline, out of bounds.
Do you grab it? Instinct tells you to grab it, but momentum carried him right over the boundary line.
Struthers will get the Bucks back to work in the corner. Now Smith on the opposite side. Crossover, hop step, bounced it off a leg, and the kick ball keeps it.
Both teams really getting after it defensively. Rim starting to widen a little bit. Nothing easy for either ball club offensively.
This is actually a 14-3 run for ETSU, and a foul is called on Struthers, the charge.
Skyelar Potter showing the ability to defend in space. Great job of pushing back, establishes a legal guarding position. Pretty easy call for the officials. Struthers initiating that contact.
That's a turnover for the Bucks, their fourth. Struthers is second. He's had a ton of assists, 18 assists, but also 12 turnovers in the last 3 games running the point for ETSU.
Yeah, many of those of the aggressive variety. He tries to feed his bigs and reward them for running the floor, and those are turnovers Desmond Oliver can live with.
Hairston tipped that ball into the backcourt. 6 to shoot for the Gamecocks. Now with 5, Potter with 2, with 1. He heaves up a 3, and he didn't get it off in time. And that's
verticality and hops.
Struthers will bring it into the front court, coming up on the 9-minute mark of the first half. Haynes, who can move, gets it to Struthers. Taylor, a left side 3, no. And a defensive rebound to McDowell, who can bring it up himself onto the right side, behind a screen to the baseline. Try to trap him. Smith all up in his grill. Out high to Purdue. Spin move, left side. Roberts, a 3 is good. His second make from beyond the arc today. And the Gamecocks cut it to 3.
And again, Purdue with a nice straight line drive, good read, draws a defender. Whoever's guarding Roberts might have to shorten that drop a little bit. Can't dig off of him.
There's some contact there. Hairston and Smith got collided, and Jalen Haynes ends up on the floor, and he traveled. He was off balance trying to go for the catch to avoid left. He checks out. Seymour in. Bucks put on a little pressure. And the ball ahead within the amount of time necessary, but the pass by Roberts out off of Buccaneer.
And missed opportunity to capitalize against the ETSU break.
Damari King back in, bounces it to the baseline. Selesnak, he's trapped. King, Roberts, jumper, good. And Travis Roberts with 8 of Jacksonville State's 13 points. Off the bench, 7:50 to go in the first half, and it's back to a 1-point game.
Roberts showing the ability to score in the mid-range as well as from distance. Some nice energy.
Already matched his season high for offensive output. He had 8 points in the win over Elon. Left corner, Taylor, a look at a 3, nailed it. Taylor will shoot that shot, his 7th made 3 of the year, and he looks more comfortable shooting that 3 all the time. 17-13.
Well, that's his second flare into the open, one on each wing, and knocked it down with great confidence each time.
Here's King, Tulsa, Oklahoma. and one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the nation and in the history of Jacksonville State University. In the corner, McDowell. McDowell drives the lane, left block, a lot of contact, ball out of bounds. The intensity starting to ramp up a little bit as the Bucks have forced some turnovers, but they've also turned the ball over a little bit, and Jacksonville State starting to get some shots to fall.
Well, both teams defending at a high level, clean looks at a premium, very few contested shots. Each team, great job defending without fouling. Neither team with a trip to the line yet.
Gamecocks have certainly earned their way back into this. At one point, it was a 14-2 ETSU run. Right corner, 14-3, excuse me. Right corner, Taylor. Haynes, now Jordan King, one dribble and spots up. Back iron, no, but Seymour is there for it and throws it away. It's great vision and athleticism to get up and get that board, but maybe got a little greedy with the pass, the no look to Taylor.
Sure, and there was no reason. Came down under control and on 2 feet. Opportunity to reset that one.
Damari King rattles in his first three of the night. 24th make of the year, and just piling them up. He's got 152 made threes, closing in on the all-time mark. He's still got a ways to go for that, but he's currently 6th in school history. Could hit that by the end of the season. Haynes, turnaround hook. That bounces out, no good. And a rebound to Marcellus Brigham Jr. Here comes McDowell for Jacksonville State. Behind a screen, now it's Brigham. Right side, Roberts, another look at a three, and he nailed that. Somebody cool off Travis Roberts. He is hitting everything in sight. 4 of 4 from the floor, 11 points, and Jacksonville State has the lead.
I'm convinced that he can make that shot. Now, is ETSU going to close on him? That's just way too easy.
As great touch. Justice Smith there to get it home and tie the game at 19. And Smith also getting on the scoreboard quite a bit. He's got 7 and is 3 of 3 in 11 minutes. Damari King the other way.
Yeah, Josh Taylor's guarding Roberts. He's not going to be able to help. He's not going to be able to tag drivers. He's going to have to stay with him.
And Taylor, you see him out on the perimeter there as they go inside to Zeliznak. The hook shot, no. And that's out of bounds and back.
Roberts able to get some open looks from the other side. And let's see how they play that, how this chess match goes as the game progresses.
Braden Illick back in for ETSU. The freshman playing significant minutes as Smith takes it inside. No good, his first miss. Trying to lay that up over 2 Gamecocks. And Illick has not seen a lot of first half in close games. He played a career high in minutes on Wednesday at 16. Storyline to watch in the post for ETSU as King dribbles on the left side for Jacksonville State. Out high, McDowell. Looking, gets it left corner. King again. Now Ingamezi challenging the freshman Illick. Spin move, takes it up, lays it up, and one. Despite being there for 3 years as the free throw is up. And off the back iron once, twice, 3 times, a miss. And the ball loose on the floor. Haynes stripped it, popped up in the air. McDowell pulls it down. King bobbles it before he puts it on the deck. Left corner, a look at a 3 is good for Skyelar Potter. His second make. And the Gamecocks up 5, 24-19, matching their largest lead.
Loose ball on the floor after the missed free throw. Jalen Haynes reaches for it. Marcellus Brigham Jr. dives for it and secures the loose ball and extends the possession.
Seymour inside, lays it up and in. As Potter that time tried to draw another charge, and he just got steamrolled by 22 in white.
And Jaden Seymour to the rim, backing down an opponent, hovering in the air in the finger roll, reminiscent of Connie Hawkins.
Inside, now back out to Brigham. Free throw line, pull up, air ball. Whew. He rushed that a little bit. Rebound to Haynes. Smith behind a screen. Jordan King. Back to Smith. Has a Haynes screen. Inside, he's fouled. Took it just inside the free throw line.
Wesleyan,
where he won 2 national championships as a coach in 1999 and 2001. A pair of NAIA titles at Oklahoma City as well. And this team's coming off a trip to the NCAA tournament last year. Jordan King shot no good, and Skyelar Potter with the rebound to Damari King, a big part of why the Gamecocks went on that magic run last year through the A-Sun. King was second in the nation in three-point field goal percentage last year, 45.2%. Right side of Potter three is short. And an offensive rebound, Ngumezi. Ngumezi bounces it to the other side, Purdue, and a foul is called as the Bucks were trying to...
He goes to the line for our first free throws, 17 and a half minutes in.
First free throw is up and good. It's the second attempt in Albuquerque. He did not play in New Mexico, traveled with the team, didn't play, was banged up, and they dropped 2 out of 3. As a result, they salvaged the tournament, they salvaged the weekend with a win over North Dakota State, 81-71, but losing in overtime to Northern Colorado really stings. And glad they're probably excited. I know they're excited to have Ngumezi back as Haynes takes it over the top of Ngumezi and lays it in. And the Bucks cut it back to a one-possession game.
And Haynes just backing down, posts up with 2 feet inside the restricted arc, and that's just a turn and lay it up over his left shoulder.
Potter brings it up. Right side, Roberts been the hot hand for the Gamecocks. Ngumezi will try a 3. He will shoot from beyond the arc, but he doesn't hit that one. Rebound Seymour. He gives to Struthers, and here come the Bucks with a chance to tie. King. That's Jordan King on the left side, and a foul is called away from the ball.
Possessions. Ngumezi just a bit overactive, forcing Haynes out of the paint.
Inbound is to Haynes, to Smith. The jumper, left it in the hand a little too long, but an offensive rebound. King inside, Seymour is blocked, put back, good and one for Smith. Blocked it inside the net, we'll see, but Justice Smith will get the free throw, and he missed it. And Smith, not great from the line this year, just 2 of 6. The foul by on Travis Roberts was his first, team 5th. And here come the Gamecocks with Damari King bringing it up. Less than 90 seconds until the half, and they lead by 1. Roberts into the paint. Jumper is good. And Travis Roberts has been really strong, already a season high, 13 points. And Jacksonville State with a 3-point edge.
Is there any way Roberts can't score? He can catch and convert from the perimeter. He's made the mid-range shot. This time he bounces into the paint, scores over length.
King left side, a 3 is good. That gets the crowd some energy. Jordan King with his first make from beyond the arc today, is 17th of the year, and we're tied at 28.
Might have slumped a little bit, but if you're Cam McDowell, you still have to arrive on the catch. Just a little bit of daylight's all Jordan King needs. Lots of fouls to give here.
Now Potter a 3, nailed it. Net barely moved. 1 second difference between shot and game clock. Struthers, King, Smith, and Haynes complete the 5, and the Bucks can hold for the final shot of the half in effect.
Jacksonville State goes 1-3-1, day 2, with a foul to give prior to the bonus.
Struthers to King. 10 to shoot. Struthers again. Offense comes to life. King, a long 3 is no good. And an offensive rebound of Purdue. They get it out to Damari King. Shot is good if it goes, but it's over the backboard.
Strategize for it and set up plays for it. So a lot more attempts now than you did in the early days of that streak.
For sure, and the Southern Conference was one of the first, if not the first, to implement the 3-point arc in college, as there's a great play drawn up out of the half by Jacksonville State, and Travis Roberts adding on to a season high, 13 points, making a career high for the freshman, who is coming alive in a big way for the Gamecocks. They're up 5.
Well, Roberts has now scored at every level possible from the field. Hasn't made a free throw yet, but this time at the rim. He's made a couple from long distance, 1 from the mid-range.
Haynes, Struthers, King, a wing 3, no good. Offensive rebound through 2 sets of hands, and it's a defensive rebound for Purdue of Jacksonville State.
And the difference was, Keith, Purdue went after it with 2 hands, got those mitts on it and able to bring it in.
Damari King lobs it to Jawan Purdue. He's at the top of the key, gives to Potter, and Skyelar Potter attacks. And blocking foul called on ET.
Felt like he got hooked and held by the screening action.
Inbound in the corner, Roberts a three, no good, and a defensive rebound. Pinballs around and finds its way into the hands of Seymour, who gets it to King. High arcing layup is good. That's a tough shot for Jordan King, but he gets it to go with the touch.
Really tough, off 1 foot, softly on the banking board, over length, at full speed.
King now 3 of 12 from the field, trying to get a few more shots to fall, but he's got 7 points in 18 minutes. Damari King bounces one off of Jordan King's foot. Defensive end is JSU just having to find its way to work on the perimeter.
Jordan King not only making baskets, but fighting over the top of that ball screen to stay with Damari King.
Here's Jawan Purdue on the block. Swings it out, top of the key, a three, back iron, no for Roberts. And Zalisnak with a rebound, and he's fouled. They get Josh Taylor for
everything. Misses one, and Jacksonville State secures an offensive rebound to extend the possession.
Roberts, Potter starts in baseline, the pull-up, got it. And Skyelar Potter having a much better game than his trip to Freedom Hall last year with Morehead State. He went 1 of 7 from the floor that afternoon. And Potter's 4 of 6. He's got 11 points, and the Gamecocks lead by 5 again.
Well, he prefers to catch and shoot, but he'll drive it if you run him off the line and crowd him. That's exactly what he did. Nice pull up from the mid-range.
Haynes, tough pass on the baseline. Taylor, a three in the corner is good. Jalen Haynes with a tough pass around the big wide frame of Marl Zalisnak along the baseline, and the Bucks cut it back to 2.
And every jump shot Josh Taylor takes, he goes up with greater confidence, really seeing the basket well.
His second made three. Came in with a streak of 3 straight misses, was his longest drought of the year, but he's hit a couple here this afternoon and gets a defensive rebound there. King into the front court for the Buccaneers. Left side, Struthers to Haynes. Spins, gets inside, reverses, and hits! And Jalen Haynes has taken Marl Zalisnak to school the last couple of trips in the paint, and the Bucks have tied it.
Showed a little ball fake to his left shoulder. Spun quickly to the right. Spin move through contact to tie the game at 35.
Damari King out high. Jawan Purdue right side. A Potter three is short, and a defensive rebound out. Struthers will bring it up. Chance for the Bucks to take their first lead of the second half. 3.5 minutes in.
Damari King playing extended minutes at the point for Jack State.
Here's Seymour. Shot fake, spin move, hop step. Seymour, tough shot, no good. Good contest that time by Purdue. And the Gamecocks get a stop. Bring it back down the floor with Potter in the corner. Attacks left baseline, tough runner, no good. And a foul is called.
Inches extension.
Potter's first free throw is good. Potter is now 80th of his career.
He came in firing. He had 40 plus in an exhibition game.
He sure did. He is a guy that can really fill it up, and that's exactly the kind of player you're looking for. Just assemble as many of those players as you can if you're Ray Harper and build an identity around the three-point shot. And that's what's made Jacksonville State really successful in his time. There's a pass inside to Seymour. Back out, Struthers a three, and he got it! Second made three for Alan Struthers, and the Bucks are in front, 38-37.
Gamecocks change defenses. They go matchup zone. Nice job moving the basketball north and south. Get the ball into the teeth of the defense and kick it back out to Struthers, who gets a clean look and knocks it down.
Damari King with it for Jacksonville State. As the crowd's gotten into it a little more in Freedom Hall. Here's Ngamezi. He's cut off, gets it inside. McDowell cuts it out of the corner. A look at a three, no good for Potter. Rebound is off 3 sets of hands, and Struthers gets it out to King, who spots up for three. Got it! Jordan King knocks it down. The Bucks are 5 of their last 6 from the floor, and they've surged ahead 41-37.
He runs hard to the line for the catch and conversion. If you're Jack State, you have to find him and run him off that line.
Out high, Ngumezi, open look at a three, no good. Justice Smith the rebound. Bucks trying to stretch the lead a little more.
And that's a shot Ngumezi can make. It's also a shot he can get on any possession.
Jaden Seymour called for an illegal screen. Takes Struthers and Jordan King going back to back with some really impressive shooting.
King started slow, but again, short memory. Pulling up from 3 in transition.
That's Bruce Tranbarger. I'm Keith Brake as Ngumezi takes it inside, no good. Haynes tipped the rebound away from himself, but right to his teammate Justice Smith. Struthers across midcourt. Calls out the play. Gives to King. And back to Struthers. Now Seymour, a free throw line jumper is no good. And 4 black jerseys. Have to scramble a little bit to get the rebound, but McDowell collects it and gets it out.
It's a dangerous play. If you throw a behind the back pass inbounds while you're falling away under your own defensive basket, you better have a teammate there.
Jawan Purdue back in Seymour down. Turnaround jumper, no good. Seymour called for body for the call too much. He's out to midcourt talking about straight up, but Purdue hits the first free.
The officials will allow you to use your chest on players driving to the basket.
Yes.
Frowned upon somewhat on a player fading. I don't know that what little contact there was forced the miss. Shooting foul nonetheless. Jack State able to convert and cut into the lead with the clock stopped.
King, Struthers, Seymour inside, gets to Haynes! Cleared for takeoff, Jalen Haynes, but then a technical foul on Haynes. And I don't know if it's for hanging on the rim, if there was something else after the fact, but Jalen Haynes whistled for a technical. Watch it again. Goes up. And yeah, something in there was not up to code, and Haynes called for his 3rd personal foul, and that's a technical.
Maybe we can get an explanation at the next dead ball, because I didn't see anything extracurricular, and we've seen a lot worse in terms of players hanging on the rim.
Correction, that's the 2nd personal for Haynes. Team 5th. I think he might have made contact with the backboard on the way down. And that's what would have provoked the whistle, would have required the whistle. As Damari King walks it up. And Jacksonville State now with a chance to get back in this thing and tie it back up. They've been on the ropes a little bit in the last 4.5 minutes. Haven't hit from the floor in that time. As that shot's blocked, Ngumezi has it swatted away by Taylor. King wanted to hit the home run with a pass ahead of the floor, but Struthers instead will take a 3 that's short. Defensive rebound, Damari King. And now Potter will push through the hands of Purdue and right to Justice Smith. And back and forth we go. In the corner, King to Smith, who rises and fires! Justice Smith with his 2nd made 3. He only had 1 made 3 all season coming in, and the Bucks lead by 6.
How about the lift Justice Smith has given this program this afternoon? Young man stepping into the shoes of DeAnthony Tipler, out with an ankle injury, and picking up where Tipler left off. As you mentioned, struggled from distance throughout the course of the season, but knocking them down with tremendous confidence for Desmond Oliver this afternoon.
Kickball on King, because 1920 redshirted, and then 2021 was canceled because of the pandemic. So he's only got 1 year of college basketball, listed as a 3rd-year sophomore.
And put up some monster numbers at that level, 40+ in a game.
Yes. Seymour with a steal. He gets it away to King.
Great job by King there. Doesn't show up in the box score, but getting away, moving his feet, and giving a passing lane for Jaden Seymour, who's stuck on the floor, can't get up.
Justice Smith scored 56 points in a game at Mansfield. He's got 12 today to pace the Bucks, and trying to make it 14, takes it up. No, he'll have a chance to do it from the free throw line. And he has really broadened his game as the first free throw is up and rattles in. We saw a guy flashing, attacking, downhill. That was his game. The three-point shot maybe wasn't quite there yet, but he seems a lot more comfortable with it today.
Yeah, scoring from a number of levels, knocked down a couple from distance, showing his athleticism. That's a really nice catch in traffic on the low block after the nice pass from Taylor.
Jacksonville State, long shooting drought from the floor. Tough shot inside, still won't go, but a foul. And as Potter back to the line where he's 2 of 2. Hits the first.
Now does Jack State extend?
Certainly feels like an opportunity to. This team is a little bit short-handed compared to what they're used to. Getting Ngumezi back is big, but J.J. Platt, Monzie Jackson, Mason Nicholson, all useful players off the bench. All but Nicholson played double-digit minutes per game for the Gamecocks, and they are not available today for Jacksonville State. So this group is maybe a little bit thinner than you would normally like to be if you want to pick up man-to-man press, but maybe an opportunity for zone press. As Struthers with a bad exchange on the handoff, scooped up Damari King.
Peyton Daniels under the weather, makes him a little thinner in the backcourt. Forces Damari King to play extended minutes with the ball in his hands as well.
There's a crossover by Purdue. He lost his balance, but he got the ball back. Gets it away, King, trapped on the baseline and throws it away. And here comes Justice Smith down the floor. Missed the dunk, but he got fouled. And instead just has to convert these for 2. Smith now 1 of 3 at the line. First is good. As Justice Smith last season, and just finds so many different ways to fill it up. And as he gets more comfortable, and certainly as you get a little more exposure to Division I basketball, whether it's JUCO, whether it's a D2 transfer, feel like this is about the time of year where those guys really start to get it together.
Well, having to adjust to the speed and physicality of the game and also defending at a high level as well.
Zaliznak loses it out of bounds, bodying up with Haynes.
Press didn't cause a turnover at point of attack. Sped Jack State up beyond their comfort zone.
The Gamecocks just one of their last 9 from the floor. Taylor inside to Haynes, turns, hooks, way too strong, and a defensive board to Potter. Here comes King with a head of steam. Back out to Purdue, Potter a 3, got it. That's great ball movement by the Gamecocks. And Skyelar Potter starting to add them up. He's got 18, and it's back down to 4.
Potter putting 4 other Gamecocks on his shoulders, just carrying this team into the final 9 minutes.
King behind a screen, free throw line jumper, no, but a foul is called on the floor, and I think they're going to get Maro Zaliznak here. And Damari King. Jordan King, the trigger man for the Bucks, gets it in. Seymour back to King, who gets it out into space. Seymour looking a 3. Side of the rim, no. Offensive rebound, Taylor keeps his man off of him. Turnaround jumper is good in the paint. That's a great individual effort on the second chance bucket by Josh Taylor to stretch it back to 6.
It sure is. Taylor at 6'9", rebounding in space with one hand and going up strong just over the front iron.
Damari King to the baseline. Backs off 2 defenders. Out high, Ngumezi steps into a 3, and he rattles it in. Amanze Ngumezi with his first triple of the afternoon. He's got 5 points in his first game back, and it's back down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, and that's a great point you made. Good shooter, stepping into a 3, just like a good shooter should. And knocking it down with great confidence. Big basket to make this a 1-possession game.
King to the free throw line. Jumper rolls off. Foul on the floor on Jacksonville State.
Here for Jordan King at the 8:28 mark. Give him a few extra seconds prior to the 8-minute media timeout. You can bet that young man's going to close this one out on the floor.
Taylor catches on the inbound. Now it's Struthers, top of the key. He's already hit a couple from outside today. Seymour on the elbow, spins in the paint, rises and fires, and got it. Great basketball from Jaden Seymour. He's got 4 points to go with 8 rebounds and 4 assists, and the Bucks lead 53-48.
I like the aggression, turns to the left shoulder, elevates on the jump shot to get it over Purdue, who knocked one of his back early.
Here's Purdue with the ball now, flips it to Potter, goes the other way, and a three, and that was blocked by Seymour, who then got it. Potter already with a game-high 18. First is up, and it's good. That's 1 of 3. He's now 5 of 5. Second free throw, also good. Somebody want you to take shots and make shots and be effective on the outside, and Potter has done that in spades. He hits all 3 free throws, and this is a 2-point game, despite the Gamecocks being just 4 of 12 from the floor in the second half. Struthers in the front court for ETSU. 7:38 left in what's been a really entertaining ball game this afternoon. Haynes to the right elbow, to the right block, turnaround hook, rolls it in. Haynes with 10, Bucks back up 4.
And the big man, Zaliznak, even at 7 foot, not a shot blocker. Jalen Haynes knows that. Attacks him in a soft touch just over the front iron.
Roberts behind a screen on the wing. The freshman from Maryland doing good work. That pass is tipped, but it gets to Potter. Down to 10 to shoot. Potter on the right side, takes it inside. Right side to Mari King in the corner. Back out to Purdue with 4. He lost it. Scooped up by Jordan King. Here comes Justice Smith to lay it in. 17 for Justice Smith, and the Bucks back up by 6.
Smith gets the basket that shows up in the box score, but the play was made on the defensive end by Jordan King, arriving on the catch with Damari King and turning him into a catch and drive as opposed to a catch and shoot.
Big cut on King's right arm that was attended to earlier in the game. Did not stop him from chucking that one down the floor. Roberts will look at a 3, way too strong, and the rebound tip to Struthers.
Great closeout by Justice Smith in space, attacking the shoulder of the jump shooter as opposed to the chest.
Desmond Oliver wants the Bucks to take their time and drain some clock on this possession. But Seymour has a look at a 3, no good. Rebound to Potter. Skyelar Potter with his 4th board.
Young and athletic, and Josh Taylor that can move back at the same size. Guys that can run and finish and guard multiple positions.
And you had a 6'6" guard off the bench, and Justice Smith, who's getting more comfortable. You really like the look of that as Ngamezi hits an open 3 on the right side. And that's the second made 3 for Amanze Ngamezi. It cuts it down to a 3-point game with 5:40 left.
And how does the young man from Savannah get that open?
King picks up his dribble, gets to Seymour, back to King, and he wants a screen from Haynes. Gets it, swings it, Struthers, back to King, 4 to shoot. King foists up a long 3, no good, and that's a shot clock violation. And ETSU, inbound is in, Ngamezi, and he gets it away to Potter, and the Gamecocks break the press. Damari King hit his 150th career 3 last week against North Dakota State. Gets it to Ngamezi, who traveled. ETSU is last in the Southern Conference in assist-to-turnover ratio. They've got 15 assists and 9 turnovers, so that's a really good number. And also they're +3 on turnover margin, as Haynes has it stripped. Well, add 1 there, and Purdue comes up with it.
Yeah, unfortunate, because you had Haynes with a nice seal down on the low block. To secure that with 2 hands, not all on the passer. You want to actively receive that ball as well.
Ngamezi, another 3 is good, and we're tied. And Amanze Ngamezi showing what this team can do when he's in uniform for them. He missed all 3 of their games last week, and they lost 2 of them. But here they got a chance to win on the road with 4:15 left. As Struthers takes it inside, shot blocked. And Ngamezi, they got a hand on that one. And here comes Purdue with a head fake. Left side, Potter in the corner. King to Roberts, a 3. No good, rolls off the rim, and Smith the rebound.
How about the sequence by Ngamizi? He makes a three, then goes to the other end, gets a block shot and a defensive rebound, and got a piece of that one, but he still wins.
King beats him to it, and King scores his 12th points. 59-57, ETSU. First ever meeting between these two teams, and Jacksonville State on the way to a new conference again next year, as they'll make the transition to FBS in football. That means joining Conference USA. As King gets it out high to Purdue. Right side Roberts, back to Purdue. 3 on the shot clock. Inside to Potter, who takes it up with one hand right as the shot clock was about to expire.
Great timing, spacing, and awareness. ETSU switched up assignments.
Shots from the inside, outscoring the Gamecocks as we expected in the paint. And Alan Struthers with the inbound. Gets it to Josh Taylor. On the left block, Smith has it knocked away. Taylor gets it back to the baseline, now to Smith. 9 to shoot. Justice Smith inside is fouled as he takes it in, and Purdue is called.
Grabs. Bucks with baseline out of bounds, 20 on the shot clock.
As King gets a look at a 3 straight on, that's no good. And a defensive rebound at Ngamizi. Jordan King just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. The 2 he's hit have been big ones.
Nice screen by Haynes. An open look for King off elevator action.
Damari King, left side to Roberts. Travis Roberts already with a career high, but he lost the ball. Stolen by Taylor, who reached a big long arm in there and knocked it free.
Yeah, I like the fact that he reached out, secured that with 2 hands as well. Not looking down for, trying to make the next play. Hitting a single before you try to go to second.
King, Taylor. Looking inside, now back to Jordan King. To Haynes. Taylor, shot fake to King, 5 to shoot. Behind a screen, step back 3. Oh, it's an air ball. Just and hit that shit against the press. Ngamizi catches out near midcourt. That's one way to beat the press, just heave it right over the top of it.
Yeah, good job by Ngamizi coming up, making himself available.
And a 3 for the lead.
Right there.
He had a decent look, yeah. They just couldn't hit it.
Decent look, but you can get that at any time. Tie game early in the possession. You want to look at some other options.
Left side King is inside, drives it to Struthers for a 3. No good. Rebound punched out by Ngamizi, away to Potter.
Wasted a really good ball screen by Haynes. Bucks with an advantage, forcing Jack State to rotate.
And this one's coming down to the wire. Damari King behind a screen, still has Jordan King on him. Now it's Roberts. Left side Potter, player on the deck, Purdue. Slow to get up in the corner. Potter will spot up for 3 and drill it right over the top of Jalen Haynes, the biggest Buccaneer on the floor.
Jack State with a foul to give. To be more of a quarterback tonight. King has responded with 6 assists against only 2 turnovers.
He had 22 against Clemson and against Belmont when he was at Morehead State. Smith to the basket, puts it up, good on the baseline. And Justice Smith with 19, Bucks down 1, and they just need a stop with 43 seconds left.
Nice rip by Justice Smith, bouncing into a jump stop, under control.
There's some contact, ball thrown away by Marcellus Brigham, and a whistle and a foul. Hand are all in the game for the Bucks, with a minuscule difference between shot and game clock. Struthers, Seymour, Haynes, Smith attacks baseline. He stepped on the sideline.
50% shooter, want to get him quick.
And here's King. Potter with 15 gets across midcourt, and Jordan King fouls him with 12.8. And that's ends on the outcome, really, of this first shot. It's up, and it's good. And the Bucks take a 1-and-1.
12.8. You don't have to have a 3 if you're ETSU.
He misses the second one. Bucks do not have a timeout. King in the front court. Struthers with 8. Struthers with 6. Back out to King with 4. Right elbow. Seymour for the win! No! And Jacksonville State